Hello Army, welcome back to Seoul Spotlight, and today we have big news. Reports indicate that BTS is preparing for a massive 65 concert world tour in 2026, marking their biggest comeback stage ever. The night the news broke, the K-pop world seemed to hold its breath. Across Seoul, the glow of phone screens lit up dark rooms as millions of fans refreshed their timelines, hoping the rumor would be true. The message spread like wildfire across social media. BTS is reportedly planning to hold 65 concerts around the world in 2026. For fans who had waited years to see the 7 members stand on the same stage again, it felt almost unreal. For nearly 4 years, the global phenomenon had been quieter than usual. Each member had followed individual paths while fulfilling military duties and exploring solo projects. Yet the bond between the members remained strong, and the anticipation for their reunion only grew stronger with time. Around the world, fans never stopped believing that the day would come when all 7 would return together. In Seoul, whispers inside the music industry began months before the report surfaced. Executives, promoters, and concert organizers were quietly preparing for something enormous. Stadiums were being reserved years in advance, logistics teams were mapping routes across continents, and production companies were discussing stage designs that could surpass anything the group had ever done before. Then the rumor appeared, 65 concerts, spread across multiple continents, in what could become one of the biggest tours in music history. For a group whose influence had already reshaped global pop culture, the idea sounded both ambitious and perfectly fitting. Fans remembered the last time the group had dominated stadiums worldwide. Massive venues in Los Angeles, London, Tokyo, and Sao Paulo had sold out in minutes. Entire cities had turned purple as fans gathered from different countries, sharing music, stories, and emotions that only the group seemed able to inspire. Now, the possibility of 65 shows meant something even bigger. It meant the return of a full-scale global celebration where millions of people would once again experience the energy that only a live performance by BTS could create. Industry analysts quickly began to speculate. If the reports were true, the tour could span Asia, North America, Europe, and possibly parts of South America and the Middle East. Stadium after stadium could become a stage for the reunion of the 7 artists who had once rewritten the rules of the global music industry. Behind the scenes, the members themselves had reportedly begun discussions about how they wanted the tour to feel. This would not simply be another series of concerts. It would be the moment that marked the beginning of a new era. Each member brought something unique to the table. The leadership of RM, the powerful vocals of Jimin, the emotional storytelling of Suga, the electrifying performance energy of J-Hope, the heartfelt charisma of Jimin, the artistic soul of V, and the global pop appeal of Jungkook. Together, they had built something larger than music. They had built a movement. For fans, the rumor of 65 concerts was more than just numbers. It represented the return of a connection that had been paused but never broken. Many fans had discovered the group during the quiet years, watching old performances and dreaming of the moment they could witness the group live. In online communities, discussions exploded overnight. Some fans began calculating which cities might host the concerts. Others started saving money, determined to travel across countries if necessary just to see the group perform again. Meanwhile, inside the entertainment industry, experts predicted that the tour could generate hundreds of millions of dollars. Ticket demand alone could break records once again, potentially surpassing the group's previous achievements. But for the members of BTS, the story had never been about numbers alone. During past interviews, they often spoke about the emotional power of performing in front of fans. The roar of a stadium, the synchronized light sticks glowing in purple, and the moment when thousands of voices sing the same lyrics together. These were the moments that defined their journey. If 65 concerts truly happen in 2026, each show could become a chapter in the story of their reunion. In Seoul, preparations for the possible comeback have already started to transform the atmosphere. Music insiders say the production scale could be larger than anything the group has attempted before. Giant LED stages, cinematic visuals, and new arrangements of their biggest hits are rumored to be part of the plan. Fans also expect brand new music to accompany the tour. After years of solo work, the reunion album could blend each member's individual style into something entirely new. Some insiders believe the concerts might follow a narrative structure, telling the story of the group's journey from their early struggles to their rise as global icons. It would be a tribute not only to the artists but also to the millions of fans who stayed with them through every stage of their career. In cities around the world, stadium managers are already preparing for the possibility. When BTS returns to the road, every ticket will likely become one of the most sought-after experiences in music. For longtime fans, the thought of seeing all 7 members together again feels like the closing of a long chapter and the beginning of another. The silence that followed their temporary hiatus will soon be replaced by music echoing across continents. And if the reports are correct, if 65 concerts truly await in 2026, then the world is about to witness one of the greatest comebacks the music industry has ever seen. Because when the lights dim in the first stadium and the opening music begins, millions will realize something extraordinary. The era of waiting is over. The stage is ready. And BTS is coming back to the world.